Hi everyone, today I'm here with a special video, and what it is a cheater's guide to Oscars 2018. And if you've been part of this channel or watched my stuff, you know I've watched all the nominees and I've done all my lengthy reviews, which would add up to a couple of hours. This isn't today. Today is just going to be pretty quick, because if I go into any detail about anything, it'll take years to do it. So what this is designed to do is to tell you what I think about the Oscars, which is a pretty kind of boring year in a lot of ways, who I think is going to win, so that you can be able to tell your friends or go into Oscar pools and come up with some winners. But also I'm going to give you some different takes so that you'll look pretty smart if you're talking films with other people. So look, this is going to be pretty quick and dirty. The first thing I'm going to say, which will cover tons of awards, is if it's to do with anything technical, to do with editing, sound editing especially, then just put Dunkirk. If it's to do with anything visuals, then you say Blade Runner 2049. That'll cover you for most of those ones, but mainly I'm going to talk about what you call more the creative kind of awards. So I'm going to start from the less known and we'll move up and finish with Best Picture. So the first two I'll talk about are the Screenplay Awards. So there's two, there's Adapted and Original. Adapted takes something which already exists and they make it into a movie, and original, it's written for a film. So Adapted will definitely be Call Me By Your Name. James Ivory, he's about 3,000 years old. They're definitely going to give him the award, and he did a great job. Call Me By Your Name is really beautiful film. The Best Original will be, I suspect, Get Out by Jordan Peele. I think Get Out is probably the best film in the whole lot, even though it probably won't win anything else. But I just think it's just such a brilliant script. So they're the first two. Then we go on to Best Supporting Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Director. So Best Director, I think this is it's weird to say it's a lackluster field, because there are really some great directors. There's Nolan and Del Toro and Paul Thomas Anderson, and you know, it's pretty good field. But the problem is, I don't think anyone completely nailed it. And so I think they're probably going to give it to Del Toro for Shape of Water. The most boring categories are definitely Best Supporting Actress and Best Supporting Actor, and that's because as opposed to some categories where you can mount a different argument, Sam Rockwell will win for Three Billboards and Alison Janney will win for I, Tonya. So I don't think there's even going to be much of a debate there. Okay, so continuing on, we've got then Best Actor and Best Actress. And so these ones you can have a little bit more kind of fun with. So Best Actress, everyone is saying Frances McDormand will win for Three Billboards. Now to me, I think she will win, and she's great, she nails it. But if you've been watching Frances McDormand for a couple of years, you might have seen her in a show called Olive Kitteridge, and she plays basically the same character. And that was like an 8-hour miniseries. So to me, as good as she is, she does deserve the award probably for all her work over her career, but really Sally Hawkins is the alternative take. So if you want to look smart, say Sally Hawkins. She plays a mute. She really gets across incredible amount of feeling and empathy in Shape of Water, and she can't even use dialogue. So who I would give it to. For Best Actor, it's most likely going to go to Gary Oldman for Darkest Hour. Now, he's great, but again, it's this thing, that Oscar bait, where you're playing someone else. It's Winston Churchill. You get to walk around and what I call big acting, like prosthetics and big speeches. He'll win, which is unfortunate, because I think Gary Oldman's a great actor and he maybe should have won for other roles. Daniel Day-Lewis is by far the best actor in the 5 nominations for Phantom Thread. He does a brilliant job. And the way I justify that is you watch that performance and then you watch his performance in any of the other films, but you know, Gangs of New York, all the way to Last of the Mohicans, to Lincoln. really, he's unrecognizable in all these performances. And then he comes out and plays this incredible haute couture tailor. He is amazing. So he's who I would pick. And so if you want to have the alternative up your sleeve, that's the guy to go to. And finally, for the Cheater's Guide to Oscars 2018, I'm just going to quickly read them out so you know all the films. So the films nominated for Best Picture are Call Me By Your Name, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, Get Out, Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, The Post, The Shape of Water, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Now, this is a really open field. So if you go by what the analysts are saying and the bookies, then it looks like Shape of Water will get up, but only because there isn't any consensus. I think that it wouldn't surprise me at all if Three Billboards got up at the last second, but by far the best picture, and it's still got an outside chance, and it would make my night if it did, is Get Out. Get Out was the best film which came out in 2017, and it's the only film on this list that in 10 years from now, when they're studying film and they're talking about what was the state of the world as depicted in art, the film they will go to will be Get Out, because it has much more sophisticated messaging about the world of racism and the world we're operating in right now than any of these films. Three Billboards likes you to think it does, but it really has no idea. It's not cohesive, even though I know everyone loves it. And I love the dialogue and the interplay, but it just doesn't work. Shape of Water, it's a beautiful film. But my test is, in a year from now, do you really want to see Shape of Water again? I'm not sure. I will be watching Get Out. That's it. Very quick and dirty. You can watch this, as I said, go to work, talk about the Oscars, and you'll act like you really know what you're doing, even if you haven't seen all the films, because you know what? I've seen them all, so it doesn't matter. If you like what I'm doing, subscribe, hit the bell, you always know what I've got. And then at Twitter, I'm at Guru Eden, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.